For KBRFradio.com news, I'm Dave Bishop, and this is the weekly news recap brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorials.com, memorials that matter. On Monday, July 14th, Frazee police were made aware of a potentially impaired driver in the city of Frazee. A Frazee police officer located the vehicle and made contact with the driver. The officer initiated a standardized field sobriety exercises and asked for a second unit. It was determined that the male was impaired. The male party took off running, and a taser was deployed, and the suspect was not detained and was able to continue running. The suspect entered the Otter Tail River near River Drive South. Additional units from Detroit Lakes Police Department, Becker County Sheriff's Office, and the Minnesota State Patrol responded, as well as Essentia EMS and Frazee Rescue. Attempts to coerce the suspect out of the river were unsuccessful, and drones were launched. The suspect then went into the cattails and buried himself in the mud and camouflaged himself with cattail reeds. The Detroit Lakes Fire Department responded to the scene with the Becker County airboat. Otter Tail County also responded with an amphibious rescue Sherp UTV. Rescue attempts with those two units were also unsuccessful. After hours of the suspect hiding in the reeds, he made his way to land, where he was nearly apprehended by deputies in the area, but the suspect again went into the river to evade authorities. Around 8:55, deputies on the airboat made contact with the suspect. The suspect would not cooperate with deputies in getting into the boat, so another airboat was requested from the White Earth Police Department. Eventually, the suspect was taken into custody at 9:55. Cole Edward Franzen, 28 years old, out of Detroit Lakes, faces charges of driving while impaired, fleeing on foot, obstruction of justice, and a felony court order violation. The city of Fergus Falls has announced the 3 finalists that have been chosen for the position of police chief. The public was invited to a meet and greet to meet the 3 candidates at the library last Tuesday. Justin Paul has a 27-year career in law enforcement and currently serves as a captain in the Bettendorf, Iowa Police Department. Todd Quaintance has a 25-year career in law enforcement with 14 and a half years of experience as police chief. He's currently serving as the police chief of Pelican Rapids and has also served as the chief in Battle Lake and Malacca. And Robert Velde has over 2 decades of law enforcement experience. He has served his career with the City of Morris Police Department and is currently the director/police chief of the University of Minnesota Morris Public Safety Department. The chief of public safety role, currently held by Kyle Bergeron, has announced his upcoming retirement from the city earlier this year. Bergeron has worked for the city of Fergus Falls since December 2001 and has served as the chief since October 2010. City officials say that an offer has been made to one of the candidates and is hoping to announce a decision at Monday night's city council meeting. The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources has confirmed the presence of zebra mussels in Ethel Lake near the town of Otter Tail in Otter Tail County. According to the DNR, a staff member found zebra mussels attached to native mussels while visiting Ethel Lake. People should contact the Minnesota DNR aquatic invasive species specialist if they think they've found zebra mussels or any other invasive species that are not already known to be in that water body. No one was hurt after a semi carrying a trailer full of hay caught fire in Otter Tail County Thursday night. Minnesota State Patrol says troopers responded to a report of a vehicle fire just after 8 p.m. in the area of eastbound I-94 in Tumalai Township. Officials say the driver was able to pull over to the right shoulder and safely exit the truck before it was engulfed in flames. The right lane of I-94 was shut down for almost 4 hours. And testimony continues today in the burglary trial of State Senator Nicole Mitchell in Becker County. The DFL senator from Woodbury was on the witness stand for nearly 5 hours on Thursday. Mitchell admitted she lied to police, repeatedly claiming that she was there to retrieve her late father's belongings. Instead, she said the real reason she broke into her stepmother's home last April was to check on her well-being because she suffers from Alzheimer's disease. Closing arguments are expected today. This has been the Weekly News Recap brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorials.com, memorials that matter. For KBRFradio.com news, I'm Dave Bishop. Tune in every Friday at 12:30 on KBRFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app to stay up to date with local news. Get more news at kbrfradio.com. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.